So it's now Monday at 6:08 a.m. March 13th, 2023. And I am this is so things are getting a little bit crazy. So this is now my third video, part three of my rant on the Silicon Valley just craziness that's happening. And the reason why I'm doing this is because as over the weekend, as I'm sort of monitoring the story and just learning about the banking system, just like I'm just shocked about some things. And so this is an attempt to kind of share that knowledge, but also kind of just, you know, formalize my own thoughts around this issue. It's by no means any kind of financial um, recommendation or guidance or any single thing. I just want to be clear with that. I have no affiliation with any banks, don't know them, don't care about them. They're just a vehicle for me to be able to manage, my business, and that's about it. Frankly, if you ask me, my credit score is crap. Don't even care. Like, I've been in the startup business for such a long time that I'm like, you know what, it is what it is. If you're an entrepreneur, you're just going to push through and just do what you got to do. So, but the reason why I'm putting this video out is because I keep hearing about this FDIC, 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 right? And so I was like, oh, what is this FDIC? What's going on with FDIC? What is this 250K that they only deposit? That they only insured, etc. These are kind of the questions that that started coming to my head, and then I started asking myself questions like, what does it mean to be FDIC insured, right? Are all banks FDIC insured? Like, is that is it a requirement by the banks to be FDIC insured? And then other questions like, well, if you're a startup and you got like a $2 million deposit in your account because you just got a big check from an investor, are you suggesting that you could lose? Like, what like, what is it? I don't know the math, simple math, but my brain is not working. 6 a.m. Okay, so you're telling me that you could lose all your money and only have 250K in your account. So yeah, there's just a lot of questions, and then so I'd mentioned in my previous video about load balancing your account, and no, like, I mean, that was just me, just purely by intuition, just sort of developing. I was like, you know what? Well, that kind of makes sense. You should just load balance your account. But that's coming from a technical person that thinks about technology and about how to scale architecture and software. So then I started doing some research, and it turns out that this is actually a thing. So what I wanted to do in this video is do something a little bit different. I promise I wasn't going to chop these video up or whatever, but I do want to switch to my computer so I could kind of show you guys just what's happening and like why this is important for you as a small business. And it doesn't even matter even if you got, like, I don't know, $500 in an account, $2,000 in an account, right? Like, what does it mean for you? Because technically, so it's insured by the FDIC, but here's the deal. I don't know how long you're going to take to get back your money from the FDIC. Apparently, from what I've heard, just on the one report that I've gotten, it's like, well, Monday morning you should get your money. And listen, I've had cases where, in the past, where I've had to drive Uber, okay, get some money, put it into, because Uber, there's a company that you could like take your Uber money that you make, transfer, because Uber only pays out once a week, so you could take an Uber card, transfer it into a like an instant credit card. They charge you a 50-cent transaction fee, and go to the ATM and withdraw money, or put gas in your car. Whatever. Like, I've had to do that. Okay, so that's like, so you might not even have the weekend, right? Like, that's what I'm trying to get at here. Like, you might not even have 2 days. And I feel for you because I've been in that position as a startup founder, right? You got people to pay, people are dependent on you. There's just a lot of stuff. So the question is like like how do you solve this problem? Because if there's something happening with the bank and you have stuff to do, then what do you do? And it goes back to this concept of load balancing. And again, this is a technical term that I'm using in software architecture that it turns out it's actually a real thing. So I actually want to switch my computer just to show some stuff, and I'll tell you why this is even more important, because I'll show you some pictures about bank runs, which apparently is happening. If you're watching the news, you're seeing this stuff as well too. But the problem is that if these bank runs are happening and there's like a ridiculously long line, and you just need your $2,000 or your $500 just so you could do some stuff, you're kind of screwed, right? Because now you got to sit in whatever that queue is in order to think. So the more I think about it, this notion of load balancing your account, it's actually more relevant than I'm kind of originally imagining. So anyway, let me switch to my computer so I can kind of just talk about this very quickly. Just by the clear, this is 6 a.m. on a Monday. Normally, I'm supposed to be doing a video for my employees to kind of talk about the week, but this stuff is stuck in my mind, so I just wanted to kind of get it out there and talk about it for a bit. So I keep forgetting to bring the mic closer to my mouth, so anyway, the sound quality should be a little better. So I wanted to start out just the second part by showing. So I got this email from Mercury, and I mentioned in my previous video. If you haven't watched that, go watch the other videos. I talk about sort of like the alternative banks, which I'm going to mention them in this video as well too. But so the two banks are Mercury and Brex. And so I got an email from Mercury this morning. Well, today's the 13th, so 2 days ago. And they're like, hey, basically, the email summarizes as like, rest assured, your money is safe. Mercury secures money, basically insures up to $1 million by FDIC. And I was like, well, how is that far above industry standard? And that was a line that struck out to me. Now, interestingly enough, when I went on their website and there was a blog by the CEO. Do I have that up still? No, I don't have that up. Anyway, I read an article about from the Mercury CEO about the oh my goodness. Let me see if I can find it quickly. So the Mercury CEO put out a statement. Where did I find that? Literally was just looking at it. Partner letter. It might be here. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Put out a statement. How Mercury works with your security partner network. And I read this statement, and there's nothing mentioned about this $1 million. So maybe they're not legally obligated to mention. I don't know, but they sent it in an email. So I would think that if you put out a statement, which is, by the way, oh, okay, so fine. This was November 2022. So it's just that it's just not mentioned anywhere here. And I would think if every other bank is only insuring 250 and you're insuring $1 million, that you'd be touting that to the world. Like that would just be a statement. So anyway, but let me back up for a bit. So let's start with what the FDIC and what is FDIC. And again, no financial expert here. I'm just a guy that's just trying to figure this out because again, I'm running a business. I got stuff to do. And the last thing I need to know is that the 5K check or the 10K check that I got from a customer and I put in a bank just disappears. And again, up to 250K is secure. And just to be clear, I don't have that kind of money in my account. But I like what I'm saying is that like I just want to make sure that I can kind of navigate sort of this craziness that's happening. This stuff is snowballing, and I've already talked about the fact that the implications of one bank failing is always the first domino in a series of events, and that's going to have some real unintended consequence across the board. So that's my only point here. And the question is, how do you, as a small business, as a guy, as a girl, or whatever, protect yourself from this stuff? So anyway, so Mercury sent this email, and it's 250K. I was like, oh, that's interesting. So how are they doing that? If FDIC is only doing 100, is it possible for you to get an insurance higher than 250? So in other words, like, I could insure my car for I don't know, whatever, let's just make it up a number, like $50,000, right? Or I could insure my car for like $100,000, depending on how expensive it is, right? But that was my question. Like, do banks decide how much they want to insure their money? And it turns out no. It's the FDIC was an organization that came about Apparently in 1933, somewhere in here in this article, again, this is just me reading from the FDIC website and whatever, what they're about and whatever, came about in roughly 1933, and this was part of, just again, it's not a history lesson here, but it's basically in the 1930s when we had all of these sort of like craziness with the banking industry. The government said, okay, we're going to put an organization in place to kind of help, bring more stability and solid sort of foundation platform for people to have trust in the banking system. And so this is basically where it came about. I'm not going to give you any history lesson on that. However, apparently not all banks are required to be insured. In fact, no bank is required to be insured by the FDIC. So apparently like credit unions and stuff are not. Credit unions have their own benefits. So, but I'm not, again, no banking expert here, not telling you about the difference between a bank, but apparently credit unions are not FDIC insured, and I presume they have their own reasons for that. They're just set up as a different structure. They're set up more of a community bank as opposed to like this sort of like top-down approach with the standard banking, right? So anyway, it goes back to this idea about load balancing. So I just want to level set very quickly, and I'm kind of rambling here, but I do want to kind of put my thoughts together. So this is the startup world I'm giving you, and more of the technical world of a startup, or what it means to load balance, because I keep throwing around that word, and not everybody might necessarily understand the concept of load balancing. So I'm just kind of just blaze through this very quickly. So if you in the web world, right? Like, what happens when you have data coming in? So okay, let's start with the basics. So if this is you, okay, you are visiting a website, okay. A website, doesn't matter which website, just pick your website, pick your favorite website, okay? When that request comes in, so this is your laptop, actually, so just do it this way. This is your laptop, yeah? And when you send out a request onto the internet, all right, it goes through blah, blah, blah. Nobody knows where it goes, it just goes, okay? And then what happens is, at some point, it has to, when it goes through the internet, it has to hit a computer in the back, right? Like, that's just how the internet works, right? Whatever it is that whenever you browse a web page or go to TikTok or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which website you go to, they all do the same thing. All it is, it's pulling off a file, aka a web page, off of the server and sending it back to you, okay? That's it. That's the whole internet. I just answered all your questions about how the internet works, okay? But seriously, so what happens here is that this is just a standard case. However, if I have more, so each one of these circles represent people, right? More people that I have, this one computer here is just not going to be able to keep up with the load. It's just, eventually what's going to happen is that because, there's spinning disk or solid state or whatever, or memory, right? You've seen your computer run out of memory before, maybe you have, or maybe you've seen your computer slow down or your phone slow down or whatever. What's happening is that it's basically just getting to a point where there's just too much memory, right? Computers crashing. So what you end up doing is you have kind of what we call a sort of like a kind of router or load balancer, something that sits in this middle here, in this section here. And what it does is whenever traffic comes in, it sends it over to another computer, okay? And that second computer has also the exact same file. So when the traffic comes in, as more people come on, right? So I'm another person here coming on to go on the same website because maybe, I don't know, it's a cat video or some craziness, right? What will happen is when it hits this back end and it hits the server, it's just going to go to this server because it'd be like, it just splits the traffic. It's like, one I'm going to send to you, one I'm going to send to you, one to you. It's like when you're giving like cookies to like kids, right? You say, you get a cookie, you get a cookie, you get a cookie. That's basically what it's doing, right? That's the whole definition of load balancing. It's like, it's nothing complex, right? It's just something that sits in the middle that shifts. So you can keep load balancing and load balancing, right? So you can, because now the question is, well, what happens to this guy here if it gets too much traffic? Because that is also technically a computer. It's a simpler computer, but it's a computer nonetheless that's splitting traffic. So what you do is you load balance the load balancer, right? So you put a load balancer here and then you put a load balancer here, right? And then this load balancer can be split, right? So you kind of do this kind of stuff. So you like a tier comes in and then this player comes in and then it just keeps getting split. Like, you get the idea, right? So that's the idea. So that's the concept of load balancing. So I'll make one more reference to this point just to make it kind of a little bit more concrete. So in my business, what we do from a server standpoint is, if this is the US rough map of the United States, right? If it's the US, We got a bunch of servers over in West Coast, right, that we have data in. We have a bunch of servers in East Coast that we have data in. We have a bunch of country servers in the center of the US. So if you're here as a user, you might hit this server, or you might hit this server. Or if you're here, you might hit this server because it's closest to you, right? So it's kind of evenly distributed. But it's also designed in a way that if half of the country like just disappears for whatever reason, right? Asteroid hit the country or something like that, you still got two servers that could come and get it, right? Or if there's a flood happening over here, right? At least you still have the middle. And the hope is, it's not concrete science here, but the hope is that one of them will survive, right? That's basically the idea. So now that you kind of understand the concept of load balancing, let's talk about just a little bit about things. So apparently, so let me back up to this for a second. So FDIC, as a matter of fact, apparently, when they mention this $1 million, essentially what they're doing is load balancing your account. And they just have a fancier term for it. It's called sweep networks. So what they do is they spread, they spread your deposits across multiple trust accounts, including Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, and whatever. So they're touting these names to say, hey, your money's secure. I don't trust Goldman Sachs for craps. Anyway, so I went to their website and I was looking at it and I was like, what is a sweep network? How does it work and whatever kind of thing? And it says the exact same thing. I was like, hey, this is load balancing. Right, so what they're doing is they got a bank account here. Whoever this symbol represents you, the customer. You come to them. Oh no, sorry, this symbol represents Mercury. So you're out here, right? You send in a deposit into your bank and into Mercury, and then what they do is they deposit it to one bank, and then they kind of split it across multiple different banks. Therefore, they can guarantee this $1 million in FDIC insured, which I find very interesting, right? Like, so it's an interesting concept that they're applying to, I think, from the technical world into the banking world, and I guess it's possible to do it. So, and they've given some examples of how that works here. So anyway, you could go read the article. I'm just trying to educate and just level set so at least everybody understands. So what does this mean? Oh, sorry, one more thing I want to mention. So I also looked at Brex. Right, and Brex, which is again, I'm with both of these banks, and I'm no way affiliated by them in any single way. Okay, but so apparently they have they claim each increments for up to 225, so even higher than for $2.5 million. So I guess the question is, if I had to pick today, based on just the information that I have here, if I had to pick today, and I got a check for, I don't know, $2 million or million plus dollars or whatever it is from an investor, I would put it in Brex because they're load balancing my account by default. But here's the thing, I don't even trust that Brex would be even stay up. So I need to do my own load balancing as a user, right? Because if there's a bank run on Brex, then what happens to my money? Right, like now all of a sudden I'm stuck in queue like everybody else. So and I might not have a weekend, right? Like I need that money now, right? Feed my family, feed my kid, buy baby food for, I don't know, whatever, right? So anyway, so that's kind of my thought process there, and hopefully that kind of makes a little bit of sense. So, and the reason why I'm mentioning that is because this is Monday morning. It's like 6:30. Again, I'm supposed to be doing my thing, and look at this. Now here's where the interesting effects come into play. So this contagion effect. So Etsy put out a message saying, and again, this is my source of information is this tweet. Okay, I don't even know who this guy is, but warns that sellers may be delayed in processing payments due to Silicon Valley collapse. One affected SEC customers told NBC the deposit delay could have a catastrophic effect on his business. Right. So even if you're not directly banking with Silicon Valley Bank, you might be running a Shopify website or Etsy website, and I don't know how these people are connected with Silicon Valley Bank, but the point is that even the money that's supposed to be coming to you from a payout or whatever it is might be held up as a result of this happening, right? Because you don't really understand that, again, that financial system's kind of running up in the top. So the real and only way that you could kind of, at least in my non-financial advice, I want to stress that clear, non-financial advice, is to load balance your accounts, right? Just to load balance with them. And then there's one other thing I just want to mention very quickly. You have to make sure, damn it. You have to, You have to make sure that they're not in the same network, that the banks that you're dealing with are not in the same network. Oh my goodness, I can't find it because again, these are just, oh, right here. I think it's this one. Yeah, so you see here, right? So just remember that both banks need to be completely unrelated. This is a Wikipedia, this is a Investopedia article that talks about this stuff and what happens. And apparently, so if you're going to load balance your account, you also have to do the research to make sure what banks these banks are affiliated with and who they're really with. And the simplest way to do that is if you actually go to for example, if you go to the Brex website as an example, right, you go all the way down to the bottom of the page, it'll tell you they have to disclose which bank they're banking with, right? And then you could go look up that bank and you could go do some other details, which, you know, obviously you could do that, right? Remember FDIC. But anyway, so this is a really long video. I'm just way over my time here. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of put that information out there, and hopefully, you know, it helps somebody else on this journey navigating this just craziness that I had no idea about, like, at all. I'm just learning it for the first time, just like you. Well, I don't know if you're watching this channel, maybe you are. But anyway, that's all I wanted to put out, just that. So, yeah. So just, you know, reserve as much cash as you possibly can and try to spread them across multiple accounts, I guess, is the bottom line for this video. All right, thank you. Now I got to figure out how to go chop this thing up together.